Hi everybody, Happy New Year. All right, today I'm going to show you a routine for shoulder health. If you have a little bit discomfort in your shoulder, maybe a little bit stiffness, and one feels different than the other because of a previous surgery or injury, frozen shoulder in the past, and all those things, affect the shoulder movements and right and left, maybe it's not working right. All right, we're gonna go through some exercise, just follow with me. And first, before we start the exercise, we're going to do a test. And then we do this at the end of the routine. It feels better. All right. This calls cow's face. Everybody knows it's very typical. We're going to take one arm, rotate, and the other arm around. See, and you can touch your fingers together, or there's a lot of gap. And when you're doing this, make sure you're in good alignment with your feet parallel to each other and your head straight. Try not to round your back and trying to bring your fingers together. All right, so remember how you're feeling. So try the other side if there is any difference. Okay, so take the other arm, now rotate, and then see it feels easier, there's more gap, and you're trying to compensate more, and just make your own assessment. All right, so we have another test. For this one, you need an empty wall. I'm going to show you from the side and then from the front. First, from the side. So you come to the wall. Make sure your heels against the wall. You're parallel. Okay, you touch your butt and your middle back. You have a nice gap here, natural arch, and your also natural arch of your neck. Your head doesn't have to be touching, but you're really straight. Okay, you take your arms out about 90 degrees from the elbows and shoulders, and your forearm vertical to the floor, perpendicular to the floor. All right, from here, we're gonna slide the arms toward each other, hands toward each other, without moving your arms off the wall and your head straight. You can see from the side. And I'm gonna show you from the front how it looks like. The goal really touching your heels and butt and middle back, and you're not moving your arms off the wall. You get stuck here and then you just do this much movement. It's okay, just stay there. And remember how you're feeling it. At the end of the exercises, we're gonna do it again for an assessment if it's getting better, okay? All right, let's get started. So we're gonna start first, pendulum. So for this one, you're just gonna hinge at the hip and you relax your arms and swing. It's hard to hinge for you. You can hold a chair or a wall and just let it go. First circle one direction and other direction. Just really heavy. It's hard to make the arm heavy. And then also we're gonna swing front back really heavy here. You can hold a chair and a wall, anything you want to hold here, or just hinge like this. And now we're going to swing inside, outside, really loosen up. And then you are thinking of one arm different than other. Always do same, right and left. Even your left arm is a little bit different and you have more discomfort, just do everything same because you're training your brain, everything is working together and even. Okay, we are doing the other side. So circle first, one direction, really heavy. And other direction, how much? You can do 30 seconds, 1 minute, or you can count 10 times each direction. And now you go swing front back, really momentum, heavy, your wrist, heavy, your elbow. And now you're gonna go side to side, swing out and in, cross. Important to follow the sequence of the exercises, and one exercise helps to the next, and we'll do the retest at the end. All right, next one, you're standing. I'm going to show you in the front and on the side and then back, every angle. Feet parallel to each other, okay? Good alignment first. Relax your hands, palms facing in, just natural position. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and together. I'm going to try this about 20 times. You can start with me. Just make sure you're squeezing them down and together. From the side, it looks like this. You are moving down and together. You're not moving your torso. You're only moving your shoulder blades. And we got 10 more. And from the back, again, parallel feet. Squeeze them down and together. Down and together. For 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. That's it. So make sure you're moving from the scapula. All right. Next one, we're going to make the hands together. All right. From the front, again, parallel feet. We're going to lift the arms as straight as we can without bending the elbow. Okay. This one is a hard one. It's easy to do this. Okay. So if you get this much, your elbow straight, it's fine. So from the side, up, and I'm moving back a little bit more, but my elbow straight, and just really moving again from the shoulder blades. Your back is straight, okay? Working with your breath. So inhale up, exhale down. Try not to extend your back. Very straight elbow. Hands together, clasp your hands, and chin slightly tucked in. Again, if you are bending your elbow, you're not doing right. Then you're just lifting on as much as you can. Maybe this much, your elbow straight. We're going to do it about 15 times, so we got 5 more. I'm going to go facing back. Just focus on your shoulder blades moving down and together as you lift the arms. That's the hard part. And elbows really straight. Your neck is stable and slightly chin tuck. So you're not arching your neck back. Last one. And this is the standing version of standing part of the exercises. Now we're going to go down to the floor. Before you go down to the floor, and you need a towel, a little nice folded towel, and maybe dumbbell, 1, 2, 3 pounds, not more, maybe water bottle or nothing at the beginning if you are really recovering from an injury, especially, and a yoga block or cushion and beach towel folded, anything like thick. You can squeeze between your knees, okay? So first exercise, we just did the standing version, and we're going to be doing on the floor. It's a bit easier. So you're going to take that block or whatever you have between your knees, really squeezing them, not too hard, just aligning your knees and hip and feet. That's why we are using it. And lay down all the way. You don't need to weight and towel, the first one. And feet parallel to each other, flat on the floor. Chin slightly down, tuck. Clasp your hands just like you did at the standing one. You're moving your arms back and forward very slowly without bending at the elbow. Only go as far as you can, keeping the arms straight, and your back, your lower back, stable. You are not overextending your back. You're keeping your natural arch on the back, and you're not moving your neck. Your neck is stable. And you're feeling that block or whatever you're holding between knees and squeezing them. And we're going 10 times. So we got 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Try to work with your breath. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Really straight arm. Okay, that's it. All right, you start with a 10 repetition. As you get better, you can do 15 to 20 times. All right, now the next one, we're going to lay on your side. For this one, you need everything that I showed you at the beginning. Towel, and then again, a dumbbell is option. You can start without the weights and then move. As you get better, you add 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds. And I use the block or the pillow, anything for your neck. So if you lay down on the side, your neck is kind of arching like this. Just supporting your neck as much as you can, that your head align with the shoulders. So it's not too high or not down, because then otherwise you're going to feel your neck. So really adjust that. Stuck the knees together and take the towel, place it between your ribs and your elbow, okay? So the towel, thicker the towel is going to be better to support and do the exercise right, okay? And make sure your elbow is slightly back, not in the front, okay? So your shoulder and elbow is aligned, okay? And the other arm could be on the side, relaxed. So I'm going to show it without the weights, okay? And make a fist. If you don't use anything, make a fist, but don't squeeze it hard, and just keep your wrist aligned with your forearm, okay? All we're going to do, rotation. When you rotate the shoulder, focus on the muscles working back of the shoulders and try not to move your forearm this way or this way. Okay, just really keep that angle. All right, we're gonna go 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep squeezing. 7, back of the shoulders. 8, 9, and 10. That's it. We're switching side. Always compare how you're feeling in the other side. If there's restrictions, harder to move, and work with the symmetry as you keep working, doing it. Hopefully it's going to get better, so that's a very good sign. Symmetry is very important in the body. Then you have less aching pain and injuries. All right, set up the towel between the ribs and the elbow. All right, ready? Make a fist, but don't squeeze it. Just relax your wrist so you're not helping with your wrist. Another compensation, this kind of wrist movement happens to help. Don't do that. Really focus on the back of the shoulders working right here where I am putting my finger. All right, we got a couple of more. And last one. That's it. Again, starting 10 repetition, go up to 15, 20 times, right and left, exactly the same. All right, so now move on to the next one. For this one, you don't need to block, but if you're, when you lay on your back, if your neck is arching back, you can place another towel underneath your neck. Maybe the block is too high, so you don't want to be high, you just want to be really nice and straight with your neck. And I will encourage to practice chin tuck to correct the neck alignment. Okay, so next one is very similar to what we did. We're going to do the same thing, rotation, but in this position. So you put the towel between the elbow and the ribs, make it thick. Okay, fist again, relax the other arm. All you need to do, trying to rotate. Here the towel is going to move a little bit, but I would like to keep the towel. Just make sure I am not moving my arm away from my ribs. Okay. Right, keep rotating and squeezing the back of the shoulder. And the goal, touching that hand all the way down to the floor as you get better with your range of motion. All right, we're going to go one more 10. And that's it. All right, let's try the other side. All right. Before I switch, it feels like when you're doing this, all kind of compensation happens. So that's why we have the yoga block. You can place the block between the knees. It feels like you're kind of moving your body to the rotation, your knees kind of swinging. So that will help you to stabilize your whole body, your pelvis, and your actual lower back more than the knees and feet. So it's all connected there. Okay. So I'm going to put the block now because I feel like I was a little bit shaky. All right, so put the towel between your ribs again. Make a fist, relax the other arm, chin tuck. And your upper arm is going to be on the floor. So your elbows on the floor. Okay, are you ready? Rotate. So see if there's difference. For me, I have information from my body that this arm is much easier. So that means I really need to work on my symmetry. It's very important. When you're rotating, try not to move the wrist. It's really moving from the shoulder. Relax the rest of the body. All right, a couple of more. And last one. All right, so moving to the other arm. I'm not going to change, but you can change your arm so you can see me. I'm still holding the block. So very similar. This time, we don't need any towel. You're going to take the arm out the side, 90-degree angle from the shoulder and elbow, and make the fist again, so your forearm vertical to the floor. So very important to maintain that angle, like 90-degree like this, okay? So all we're going to do, rotate the shoulder again from the shoulder, not from the wrist, about 10 times. And your chin tuck. And you place that block between the knees so you're not moving your body. You're nice and stable. And the goal, touching the whole forearm on the floor without compensating from your wrist. And keeping the angle 90 degrees. All right, one more. That's it. So let's move to the other side, see if there's any difference. And again, starting with 10 times, move to 15, 20 times, and eventually add the weights, okay? But first the movement, if your movement is not right, is restricted, don't add any weight, you can hurt yourself. All right, ready? So rotate, make sure you have the good angle again. Chin tuck, squeeze the block, towel, whatever you have, and rotate. 5, 6, 7, keep that angle, 90-degree, 8, 9, and 10. That's it. All right, stay here. So we're going to do that arm glide exercise on the floor, and then we do a retest. See, all those 2 exercises you did at the beginning is better. I'm going to hold the block again, and your feet parallel. You're going to take the arms 90-degree, both arms, okay, just like the last exercise you did, and rotate the arms all the way down, open. So this is already hard for you. You can't touch the forearms on the floor. So really keep going, work on the first exercises, and then come back to this one after maybe 4 or 5 weeks and see it's getting better, okay? So if you touch the forearms on the floor, that's perfect. So now you're just gonna try to slide your arms toward each other with the fingers gonna touch each other. Make sure you're on the right surface, so on the mat and or on the floor. And really sliding the arms without lifting off the floor and keeping that chin tuck. So you cannot touch the fingers yet, it's fine, but you can touch your forearms on the floor, so slide as much as you can. As you keep practicing, you're definitely going to get better. You just need to practice every single day without forcing. Very slow movement. How many times? Maybe about 10 times to get started. And you can go up to again 15, 20 times if you get better. And again, very important, you're not helping with your back like arching. You just keep that natural. And your chin tuck. And moving the arms without lifting, sliding, cleaning the floor. And the goal, bringing the hands together. I'm not moving the elbows, I'm moving from the shoulders. Shoulder movements. All right, one more. All right, that's it. So slowly we're gonna get up from the floor and then we retest. We do those 2 exercises. All right, the first one was the cow's face. Let's get up and practice. First, maintain the right alignment, feet parallel to each other. You find the center of your feet so you're not out or in. Whole body nice and straight. We take one arm, other arm, trying to grab, or you cannot touch yet. Stay there. Don't expect it's going to be magic, but maybe it's a little bit more loose and easier. And it's practicing the sequence, and I'm hoping it's going to get better. Let's try the other side. It's a little bit harder for me, so I can see my shoulders a bit more loose and easier to grab my fingers. All right, so now we're going to do the arms glides against the wall. See if it's a little bit better, okay? And just from the first session, if it's better, it's a good sign. And imagine you do it every day for about 8 to 10 weeks, and you'll get better. Press against the wall. Alrighty, so slide the arms without lifting off the wall. Just up and down. Very straight body. And the goal, touching the hands together eventually. I'm gonna go from this way. It definitely feels a little bit easier for me. The same for you guys too. Again, moving from the shoulder, not from your elbows. So it's not this, right? Perfect. Making a diamond shape. All right, that's it. This was a retest. If you do this sequence, follow the sequence from the first exercise to the last one every single day for at least 6-8 weeks, and see if your shoulder is getting better, it's more even. If there's still problem and you don't get it, always contact me for private sessions, and I'm happy to help. All right, thank you so much.